Hello everyone, welcome to day 16 of my 77-day video challenge. Today I am going to talk to you all about my most favorite hobby, the reading. Let me tell you all the details about it. As far as I can go back, I remember the first time I started reading apart from my school books is when I was in middle school. First, I started with those small comic books with beautiful pictures, colors, and all that, and then maybe small moral stories books. That too in my mother tongue language, Telugu. After that, the habit continued, and I got into maybe high school. I started reading a little bit more bigger novels, the fictional books, and all that. And then slowly into college also, the same thing continued. But after college is when first I got introduced to these non-fictional books like the self-help or the personal development books. I read almost all of them, like how to win friends and or how to stop worrying and start living, or think and grow rich, or rich dad, poor dad, or unlimited power, and so many more. Most of the books, whatever were available in those days, I read most of them. So the one distinct thing what I learned, or what is the underlying thing what I learned from that in those days is, irrespective of your background, history, or religion, wherever you are staying, region, irrespective of whatever it is, if you consistently follow those principles day in and day out, no matter what, you will be able to achieve success. That fact is what attracted me, and I got hooked to those books. And since then I read numerous books which helped me mostly what I am today. I can confidently say that. So on an average in an year I read almost 100 to 150 books. Sometimes in a month I read 15 to 20 books, and maybe another month 5 10 books or something like that. But on an average 100 to 150, it has been happening last 10 15 years or so. I read almost all authors, Jack Canfield, Brian Tracy, or Tony Robbins, and whoever are there, everybody, most of the authors, because everyone have their own perspective on how to bring those concepts into your life. I love learning from all those aspects as well. Now, from all this reading, what is it I learned, or what are my takeaways, or what is it that still keeping me going with this beautiful hobby? Let me share you a few details. So the very first thing is expanding your knowledge. It is such a wonderful learning opportunity. I feel like we have a university at our fingertips, that we don't need to step out of our home, or we don't need to depend on anyone else. And at your own home, at your own comfort, whenever you want, you can just pick up that book, and you can learn anything and everything. That is the beautiful thing what I can think of. The very first thing what I am attracted to, that the convenience that you have in your own home, a huge university to learn more about the world. That is the first thing. And second thing is time and discipline, I would say. So because I have this habit, or I want to read these many books, I developed a discipline in my life. Like every day, for example, not a single day goes in my life without reading anything. Either I do it before I start my day in the morning, few pages, or maybe towards end of the night before I wrap up my day. I sit down and read a book, or read few pages of that book, or something like that. And also weekends, I look forward to the weekends, especially I might even get up little early compared to how I get up in my day to day in my weekdays, just to devote some time for my reading. And especially when I'm reading, I'll keep a notepad next to me, and I will note down all the insights what I get from reading those books, or something interesting, whatever happens, make it a point to write them. And also new ideas what you get, or new appointments I'll make. So many things, so many enlightening things happen in in just that reading session. So first I'll maybe put it on my notepad just for the sake of writing in a free form manner, and then I'll copy them into my Evernote or any other app, whatever I try to maintain. So that is my second thing. And third thing is the scientific reasons as well. They say like all kind of a negative emotions, like it reduces stress, it reduces anxiety, and then it even helps you to better sleep. That is one of the beautiful aspect of it, what I personally experienced as well. And one other thing what I really want to share is it helps you to process all kind of emotions, all even positive emotions, like you will feel motivated, you will feel inspired, you will feel hopeful, and it even gives you a perspective of the whole world. Like I think it is one of the modest ways to travel around the world. Like you get to see so many people's perspectives and understand about their cultures, their traditions and whatnot. It will take you all over the world basically. So those are my things what really keep me going with reading the habit of reading. And I enjoy, and it's always it's a fun aspect, it's a kind of entertaining as well at one point of time, which I look forward to my weekends. So those are my takeaways. Now if I want to share what are those few things I can share with someone who want to start cultivate this habit of reading, let me share you few. So the first thing what I tell to my students also is start small, be patient with yourself. Like typically when we are trying to start something new or something big, then what we try to do is try to put so many things or so many things into one thing itself. Instead of that, starting small, reading few pages or finding that book what you might love, that kind of a fiction or non-fiction, whatever is you are interested in, finding that and creating a list of books. First of all, maybe these 10 books, or setting a goal, small goal, like I want to read 10 books in so and so time frame or something like that. That will really motivate you to get started with that. Then assigning some specific time in your week, maybe weekdays if you are comfortable with, or maybe weekends, whatever it works for you. So setting aside a good time so that you will know, oh, that is my reading time kind of thing. And then setting aside a place also, like where you will not have any distractions, where you have less distractions, and maybe a quiet place, finding that place where you can sit calmly and then you can just devote that time for your studying. And carry a book anywhere, wherever you are going, very small book. For example, sometimes we get stuck in some place where you don't have anything else to do, then that is the best time to pick up that book and start reading, maybe, right? So that is one of the things. And last but not least, in case if you are not interested to read all alone, then find a partner or maybe a book club. Just search around and see if there are any book clubs that you want to join, so you can all read together and then even share your thoughts and everything whatever you are reading from that book. Or if there is no club, then why don't you start a book club, so maybe other people can come and join you and then start reading together. These are my first or things what I typically share with people, where they can get started with this beautiful habit of reading. So before I wrap up this, I want to share with you all a fun fact. What is that is once I heard a person saying like it's okay not to finish a book. I mean, after you start reading a book, if you don't like it, then it's okay to stop reading it and put it aside. Those words really, you won't believe how much relief it gave me, because I was always under that pressure or under that stress that if I pick up a book, then I should continue reading it and I have to finish it. That's my way of reading books all these years. So that is the first time I heard someone say that it's okay not to finish a book. But still, I didn't got that courage, or I didn't. It makes me feel so uncomfortable that when I picked up a book, then I have to read that book and keep it aside. So that is what I feel, and I'm still waiting for that day when that happens. But till now, I feel like it's a responsibility that if you picked up a book, then you need to finish that and complete that book. So those are my things, what I love about reading and how I go about it. I hope you enjoyed and you learned something, or it created some interest in you to pick up a book in this new year. I hope you enjoyed this session. I'll see you all in my next. Thank you.